You can see on this tiny little Greek island. Welcome to my little tiny studio. There's some things going on today. I started this painting yesterday. I did a live stream. You can check that out on my channel. It's the latest live stream. We did that yesterday, so I got that far. And struggling with the idea of just continue painting it because I really like painting this, or waiting until next Tuesday for the next live stream to keep it going, which, you know, I'm not sure what I'm going to do on that. But if I do start painting it again, I will most definitely upload it into the members area on this YouTube channel so that the members, you guys, can continue watching what's going on with this painting and how I'm going to pull it all together. And then I'll also do a time lapse for my YouTube channel. So but that may be the route I'm going to take. We shall see. The other thing that I wanted to talk about was a new video that I am going to do. And it is going to be on Notan because I got a question about the Notan. And this was an interesting question because this person is having a hard time simplifying. You know how you're looking at a photo reference or a reference and there's so much there, and how do you actually simplify it to black and to white? What is in the darks? What is in the lights? And it's a really good question. And then there's an added element onto this question. Thank you so much for asking the question. It's a valid one. It really is a serious, valid question. Because the Notan is a big thing. You can look it up in Japanese art form, the Notan, and you'll probably get a different idea of what I'm talking about here, or what a lot of artists talk about, and how they use the Notan to get the basis of their painting, the abstract underlying elements of the painting. So you're looking at, let's say, a reference photo, and you kind of get a Notan of the reference photo, something that you're going to use. But let's say then you want to add something in that's not in the reference photo. How the heck do you do that, right? And it's a very, very, very interesting question. So I'm going to do a YouTube video about it today, answering that question, what works best for me and how I go about it without complications, right? I mean, you don't want to make this so difficult, right? So the one part of the question is, how do you simplify it, right? Which has to do with large masses, like seeing the large mass, no details. You have to like get rid of all the details in your the way that you're looking at something. And the best way to do that is to squint down, because then it takes away a lot of the details. You don't need to be seeing the details. It's overwhelming. It's overwhelming, especially when you want to take a scene that is full of all these things, you know, and turn it into one big, large, dark mass. How the heck do you do that? So I'm going to do a video on that today. Hopefully, if all goes well, it will be uploaded today. If not today, I will upload it nighttime, my time here in Greece, so that it will be available tomorrow. So I got that going. And again, working on this painting, which, ooh, I just love it. And I think this is turning into a series. I think I want to do a series of rock formations on the beach here around the island, and just do just that coming in to the land and these incredible rocks that we have here, because they're so uh, uh, differentiated. They are sliced and cut. They're round. The colors that are coming through in these rocks are incredible. I love them. So I'm going to keep working on that. The other thing I wanted to talk about is, let's say you have a little sketch that you did very quickly on a toned canvas. How do you get rid of this so that you can paint on the canvas? And this has been here for, I don't know, a year, 8 months. It is dry. So what are the ways that you can use this canvas board, right, effectively without damaging the painting that you're going to paint on top? And will it be damaged? I mean, those are all questions. Maybe I'll do a YouTube video on that. Also today, I'm in my YouTube video creation mode. So that's what's going on this week, or this Friday, end of the week. It has been a really, really lovely week. Still in decompression mode after this flux of excitement and outpouring and being in the, in the outer world. Taking a breath and enjoying my coffee in my little tiny studio. So a lot of things are happening around that. Like, when you step out and things get turned over and you get flipped upside down 100 times over, not literally, right? Not in a sense that, oh, I can't handle daily life. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the centeredness and the balance that I tend to have here in this little tiny studio on this little tiny Greek island throughout the winter, because life is still and calm. So it nourishes a stillness and a calmness within. And then summer comes around and boom, it's busy, full of people, all these things going on. Everything gets thrown into the heat of the day, right? And it's just a different energy about it. And so coming back, I want to take care of things that I have put aside. One is maybe trying to find a way to, this is an awful big piece in this tiny little space. I have a hard time getting behind and using the space behind. So I'm considering a few options to open up the space a little bit more. I don't know if I will, but I am contemplating all these things, because if I don't do it now, I won't do it later when I get back in the full throttle of the quieting of the island and the growing and the burgeoning creativity happening in this little tiny studio. So, so those are my thoughts today. I thought I'd give you a different perspective, a different view. And, we'll just see how the day goes. So I've got this YouTube video. Number one is coming back to the Notan and getting a little bit more concise about it for those of you who want more information on how to use the Notan, especially if you're a different type of artist, like this person who asked the question. They do fantasy type, so there's a lot of adding in of ideas that come to you. You want to add it in. And how do you do that? How do you do that when you don't actually have a scene in front of you? Like, I've got here on my favorite little beach spot and the rocks there. I've been wanting to paint these rocks for a couple years now since I started my cold water swimming in the wintertime. And how do you add something in when it's not there, you know? Like if I were painting this scene and if I wanted to add in aliens or aliens, something coming out of the water, how would I do that effectively? And how do I put that in a Notan so that I have my blueprint of how I'm going to go about drawing or painting this painting? So that's number one. Number two is working on this painting. I probably will, you guys, I probably will. But for those of you who were following along yesterday that are in my members group, if you want to join the membership, it's $2.99 a month. Join the group. We do paintings together. We have discussions about various things. We talk about how creativity can be nourished, that it's always there. There are tips and tricks, ideas that we can use to keep it going. Even if you're not an artist, but you're using your creativity elsewhere. Thinking about Beb, who is using her creativity at this time in building and fixing her living space, her home. And, you know, that's just as creative as working on a painting. So we talk a lot about creativity, a lot. And just trying to understand it, because I think the more we understand this creative energy within us, I think then the more we can use it and the more it can be available to us, because creativity can never be blocked. We can only block ourselves from that creative energy. So those are the things that we talk about. And yes, oil painting. So if you're interested, sign up. Where we will have our next meeting is next Wednesday at 6 o'clock in the afternoon, my time. So morning for you guys in the States, a little bit earlier for you guys in Western Europe, and I don't know, it's probably early morning for people in Australia. So that's what's going on. I will be back on Monday to another morning musings, and I'm getting back in the rhythm of things. Some days I may not be here when I'm not in my studio. If I can do a video, I will. If not, I won't. So just heads up there. So yeah, I've got these couple videos coming out. Let's see what happens. Hopefully I can get the Notan one done today, effectively today, and then probably do for the members the full version of the next stage of this painting. And for those of you who just want to watch a time lapse and me just kind of talking about what's going on, that will be on my YouTube channel as well. So you guys, be inspired, be creative, be you, and have a beautiful, beautiful weekend. Take care.